전설이 되기 위해 필요한 건
Of course, bro. You gotta start with Caster Jun. Caster Jun.
무엇일까요?
The undisputed best team in the world. Your shockwave will find them all. Killable Demon King rebuilt his throne with the skulls of his enemies.
Insane call, by the way.
For his temporary
Skulls of his enemies.
Forever.
마스터리, 숙련도죠. 전설의 전장의 5개의 기동 중 하나입니다. 게임을 얼마나 잘하느냐를 말하는 거죠. 자, 페이커의 이력서 한번 볼까요? LCK 10회 우승, MSI 2회 우승.
10-time LCK champion. That is fucking crazy. When you look at the amount of time in between his championships, it's fucking crazy.
그리고 월드 무려 4회 우승입니다. 사실 페이커는 떡잎부터 달랐죠. 어릴 때부터 게임을 좋아했던 페이커는 정말 엄청난 속도로 롤이라는 게임을 마스터해버렸죠.
네, 이제 프로하기 전에 제가 랭크 게임은 좀 무서워가지고 많이 안 돌렸는데 이제 일반 게임을 많이 하다가 게임이 좀 안 잡히더라고요. 그때부터 좀 랭크 게임을 하기 시작했습니다.
That pretty much means that he was probably rank 1 in normals, because normals has MMR, so he was probably rank 1 normal MMR, because that was the same thing that I experienced. You get to a certain point where you wait like 25-30 minutes in normals and you just have to go to ranked. Damn, 16.
The hype here in Korea around this SK Telecom team is immense.
페이커 선수가 데뷔 전이 그 앰비션 선수하고 붙었었는데 그때 앰비션 선수가
The Nidalee Kazakhs, you gotta throw that in.
한국 3대 미드였거든요. 근데 그때도 제가 해설을 했었거든요. 그 기억이 지금 생생하네요.
So good that he can keep up.
Like this being a highlight is so funny in retrospect because it like meant a lot because he was killing Ambition, but Ambition just evolved right in front of his face. The fact that Ambition just evolved his Q right in front of Faker's face was ridiculous.
I was curious to see how well Caster can do this, like because he's been typically a relatively weak player.
Whoa, Ambition! What? Faker just executes Ambition in that mid lane.
중급의 미드였으면, 평범한 미드였으면 그렇게 빛나지 않았을 텐데 앰비션을 뚫어버렸으니.
앰비션 선수가 그때 진화하는 그 타임이 있었는데 그 진화를 그걸 활용하겠다는 생각을 했던 거잖아요. 페이커 선수가.
Let's not do that.
앰비션을 뚫어버렸으니.
앰비션 선수가 그때
Ambition's started
진화하는
evolving at that moment.
그 타임이 있었는데 그 진화를
It was such a short amount of time, but Faker decided to take advantage. Let's not do that, please. Like, this is just like crazy meat writing. He literally just like, he evolved in the middle of mid lane and Faker just killed him while he was like AFK. This is such crazy levels of meat writing. I don't know. It's just too crazy for me.
그걸 활용하겠다는 생각을 했던 거잖아요. 페이커 선수가.
I just think that like when you do this, it makes the like super insane Faker moments less insane. That's just kind of how I view it. I feel like being more realistic about it will like, cause I mean, the real big games for me were like the Najin Black Sword series, semifinals of Worlds. Like those were big ass games. Like finals, like these were times where I was like, damn, like Faker is actually him. But like this, like the Zed moment was incredible. But like this is just like he killed somebody who was evolving. Like let's be realistic about it.
실행하는 건 다른 내용이었는데 그 자신감 자체가 굉장히 좀 대단해서 많은 분들께서 충격을 받았던 장면이었어요. 이 장면은요.
지금도 이제 그 분노가 아직도 기억에 날 정도로 되게 인상 깊었던 그런 게임이었던 것 같고요. 그리고 제가 늘 하는 이야기인데 되게 농담이라고 사람들이 생각을 하더라고요. 페이커 선수가 이제 뭐 3,000킬을 하든 4,000킬을 하든 5,000킬을 하든 기억도 잘 못할 겁니다. 하지만 첫 킬은 기억을 하죠. 네, 접니다. 나를 첫 번째로 킬해줘서 고맙다, 다녀가. 내 이름 한번 불러다오.
또 이렇게 시간이 많이 흘러가지고 옛날에 있던 일을 이렇게 또 앰비션 선수가 재밌게 말씀해 주시니까 저도 기분이 좋은 것 같습니다.
대앰비션을 상대로 이렇게 강렬한 데뷔전을 치른 페이커는 정말 무서운 속도로 앞으로 나아갔습니다.
Right there, of course, as well. Faker, he gets the charm on Namada, and he lights him out. They're not done yet. Impact has to dash away.
I think Faker was like by far. So the thing about Faker, like I watched his entire career. Like I was around back then, and I was subscribed to like OGN. I would get like the VODs because it was like played when we had to sleep for like LCS and shit. So I watched pretty much Faker's entire career. And the thing that was the most impressive to me about Faker was his accuracy of damage estimation. He had the best understanding of just how much damage he could do with all these different champs combined with like DFG, for example, which amped damage. He was probably the best DFG user in the entire world. And that was like what I thought was the most impressive, is like his damage estimation was ridiculously precise.
With the change, he's gonna go in and assassinate Elise.
These are some of the most impressive LeBlanc plays I have ever seen, Noah.
I'm like, even though I only have a mat on the floor, I think he's in the bed. Oh, Faker may be in trouble here. Deathmark tries to clean it up for Ryu. Oh, look at the cleanse, look at the moves. Faker, what was that?
DFG, Deathfire's Grasp, bro. DFG, you cast it on an enemy, it did percentage of their damage, and then it amped your damage in a window after the use. So you use it on like Ahri, it was like a combo starter essentially. You drop it on somebody before you did an Ahri LeBlanc combo, it would allow you to one-shot them.
There's just no way you could encapsulate, every iota of what just happened in front of me when I was casting that.
I can't believe I just saw
He
that.
actually won that duel.
And that play, that game, is what put Faker and, to a large part, Korean League of Legends on the map.
Look at the moves. Faker, what was?
Bro, you can be honest. The reason Korean League of Legends was on the map was because, me and my team Dignitas, Cutie and I played in OGN in season 2. And everyone was like, all right, bro, this shit must be legit if they're able to get Dignitas out there.
이 장면은
That's what happened.
절벽사인데 그 장면 페이커 선수 잘했다고 생각을 하고 있습니다. 인정합니다.
We gotta introduce you guys to Faker if you haven't seen him already. He might be just the best mid laner in the world.
Keep that farm going on. Reginald putting some pressure down, but Faker actually turning him down a lot of damage.
This is crazy. I remember thinking about this. This is when the Zed put his shadow behind. I was wondering if Reginald would win this if he took the R here. I always thought about this. Let me see it right now.
He puts his ult.
I think he low-key kills.
Putting some pressure down, but Faker actually turning him down a lot of damage. Reginald goes aggressive, puts his ult.
If he took a shadow here, behind, Faker has no cooldowns, would have been close. I think Reggie actually could have won. He had Ignite. It was really close here, bro.
Ultimate gotta get caught out. Faker gets him down.
If we play against Faker, I'm either gonna get dumpstered mid, and
Now Faker actually turning him down a lot of damage.
Why did Reggie panic drop a pink ward in the middle of the trade? He just put a pink ward behind him.
Reginald goes aggressive, puts his ultimate, gotta get caught out. Faker gets him down.
if we play against Faker, I'm either gonna get dumpstered
Ignite.
mid.
Gotta get caught out. Faker actually turning him down a lot of damage. Reginald goes
He has Ignite.
aggressive, puts
I mean, it looks like he has Ignite.
his ultimate, gotta get caught out. Faker gets him down.
If we play against Faker, I'm either gonna get dumpstered mid and learn something new, or I'll do fine and still learn something new.
Faker just takes lanes that might not be as one-sided as people think, and he just dominates them.
We have to consider they found once again.
Bro, the Gragas play against Cool. Dude, this was like one of my favorite times to watch League.
Oh my lord! They are gonna fall
Now, this might be the most League I ever watched. Like, when I was a pro player, it was Season 3.
one after the other. The I think I can mentality. Inhibitor turn in 12 minutes.
Cool was like, Faker senpai, please no stop. And Faker was like, I'm not human. Like, I'm a robot programmed to play mid perfectly.
불사 대마왕.
Insane, bro.
이만큼 성공적이고 또 인상적인 데뷔 연도를 보낸 루키가 또 있을까요?
Hell no. Hell no. And Impact wins the championship, bro. I can't, dude. I love that Impact's been such like a consistent champion.
이때 엄청 기분 좋았죠.
There's only one downside of this, bro. That through some butterfly effect type bullshit, my fucking TL team got fucked because of this. Because of the ego that Piglet got from that fucking moment. We ended up having to deal with this bullshit, bro. That's the only bad part about Faker winning this championship. Is now I had to deal with the fucking ego that came from it. Faker, you carried Piglet to a world championship. For what, bro? I probably could have made worlds in season 5 if not for that.
지금 다시 생각해보면 아 얘가 게임을 진짜 잘 알았구나. 그가 한 5, 6년 더 앞섰구나라는 생각 많이 했었어요.
Bro, I have
They will be the season 3 world champions here at the Staples Center.
마스터리란 단어는 놀랍게도 현재뿐이 아닌 11년 전에 페이커에게도 참 어울린다는 거죠. 2013년 그렇게 페이커의 시대가 시작됩니다.
Creativity to me in League of Legends is using tools that other players are not using to defeat what is currently the most popular and meta strategies.
Like, it just felt like every time that people tried to figure out something, like he was ahead of the meta, he was the best mechanical player, he was ahead of the meta, he had the best damage estimation. His game knowledge was like next level good. He was like one of the smartest players. He was the main shot caller on his team, which we found out later. This guy was the freak of all. Like, if you've watched Faker in the last 6 years, you can't even begin to appreciate how good he used to be compared to everyone else. At first, it was like, okay, what are the new champions that are coming out? Oh, Victor comes out, he's the best Victor in the world. Syndra comes out, he's the best Syndra in the world. Oh, he plays Riven mid. No one else could play Riven mid. He would play Riven mid into all these champions. He would absolutely dominate everyone with Riven mid. Master Yi mid when this was fucking good as AP. He would play Master Yi mid. I think when it was AD, he also played it. Cassiopeia, like, it was impossible to play against this guy.
So Faker's played 83 unique champions, more than any other mid laner in pro play. This man plays basically everything, and considering there's a bunch of champs who will just not be viable mid laners, he's played most of any conceivable mid laner period. And the fact that he's often been first to do it, to be the one to be like, this is what we're playing now, and you're all going to keep up with me, is really impressive.
I don't know if this is a mid Rumble or if it's going to be a mid Aurelia.
You look at Gorilla on your screen right now, he looks a bit confused.
상대팀 입장에서는 이제 그때 당시에 준비하는 데 있어서 이런 표현을 해도 될지 모르겠지만 그냥 되게 답이 없었을 것 같다라는 생각도
The thing is, like, now people understand how matchups go. In this time, Faker had so much better understanding of every matchup that it's like anytime you played into him, every time he would pick a new champion, it would be like he would play it at such a limit that you had never seen before that you were just bound to get fucked. It was actually unwinnable.
하는 것 같아요.
I don't know which one of these Faker is going to play. I would suspect this is a mid Aurelia.
비비레이다.
시범인데.
Is he crazy?
Comes in, there's a 4-man pulverize. Kuro knocked back into the
actually, so that's actually how people thought back then. That's so perfect.
play, and Faker takes him out onto, well, Bang actually gets a kill in the prey. Faker! Oh, the double kill! Getting those resets.
나올 수가 없는 픽이었는데 그러다 보니까 그렇게 좀 당황했던 것 같아요.
그 당시에는 그런 픽들이 좀 평상시에 좀 많이 떠올랐던 것 같아요.
정말 뭐 게임에 대해서
Popped out in his daily life? What the fuck? Wait, Faker was just like walking down the street and like Aurelia just jumped out of a bush and just like started attacking him? Bro, his life was a fucking movie.
너무 열정적이고 밥 먹을 때도 게임 얘기하고 저희 쉬는 날에도 놀러 가자 했을 때 게임 하는 경우도 굉장히 많았었고.
Faker could play anything. Wow, it's Master Yi. Faker, that's got to be Faker playing the Master Yi. Here comes Ambition. They're going to turn onto him though. Faker gets the damage. Oh, not quite enough because of the position reversal. No, he does get enough. Gets the double kill. Shy looks like he's going to be able to get it. Under turrets, Wolf coming in.
Bro, the sidestep.
6, they get the flash from Nagne. Faker comes in.
Nah, he was different. He was so different.
He's got the ult.
At this time in history, this was truly Faker God status.
Yes.
Just styling.
Yes. Up until like season 8 is when he no longer was a god. Up until season 8, he was like the god of gods. He was just by far the best player in the world. It was a fucking movie. It was all about Faker. He was the main character. All that shit.
On people picking these champions that no one else played.
Champion summer for his team, SK Telecom. 3-0 in the spring season, 3-0 in the summer season. This is the year of SKT.
사실 그때는 제 페이커 선수가 하는 게 메타가 됐다고 생각을 하거든요.
남들이 생각하지 못하는 플레이를 해내거나 또
그럴 상황이 아닌데 이럴 상황을 만들어내는 그 선수들이 조금 되게 창의력이 좋다? 잘한다? 그렇게 말씀드릴 수 있을 것 같아요.
Were blown in the mid lane as well. Looks like Faker and Kuro went hard, so there's no flash for this.
I had to do like a presentation on this series in season 5 for some reason. My coach at the time wanted me to do a presentation on this series. So I spent like, there was only a 4-game series, right? This is the final game. I think the one game, didn't Kuro win a Kassadin game or something? I don't remember. Maybe Faker played Kassadin and they lost, something like that. But I remember like looking at this series. I spent way too much time watching this series and breaking things down that just made no sense.
Hojin in a real bad situation. Faker takes him down 2v1.
Base for a long time and he's waiting to TP somewhere. He's going to bot lane now.
This Rise was so cringe broken. This Rise was the most cancer broken version of Rise in my opinion. I lost the game on stage to Gravity because they knew how to play this Rise and then we just banned it for the rest of the split.
Going into the river brush, but it's going to be Kuro getting dropped in.
This was the machine gun Rise, where he would just start throwing 7,000 spells at you in 2 seconds, where it was literally as fast as you could click buttons, you could cast spells. Cringe, bro.
Immediately, how did he even think he could take that fight?
He's probably the most creative player in the world. There are multiple plays throughout Faker's career where you probably wouldn't be able to practice it, and it wouldn't surprise me if he sat there and told you that's the first time I've ever done that.
They're playing towards top side.
Was this the... This was the... Did they play Blank earlier in the series? I think they did, right?
They do see Faker.
Or was that just finals? No, I think Blank played in the series.
And the cocoon's not going to land, though, so can they get anything else? The flash chase, it's Smeb onto his face, looking for a little bit more.
Wait, definitely he had range here, no? Peanut?
Land, though, so can they...
I guess he didn't.
They're playing towards top side. They do see Faker, and the cocoon's not going to land, though, so can they get anything else?
That's pretty bad from Peanut, though, let's be real.
The flash chase, it's Smeb onto his face, looking for a little bit more, and he's...
The flash ult from Gorilla, like, this is just...
Not gonna go down, Faker!
They just wanted to make it look even more sick. I respect that, bro. He got in the frame, casted his ult on the floor. Respect.
Just the ghost gets away with it!
아무래도 페이커 선수는 이제 항상 T1.
This guy is really underrated all time though. Like Kuro, like obviously he was never a super big mechanical talent, but he was a like facilitator, solid fucking player in a golden era of Korean League. He doesn't get the respect he deserves for sure.
T1이었잖아요.
This guy was smart as fuck about the game.
T1은 또 항상 이제 강팀이었었기 때문에 끝까지 방심할 수가 없었습니다.
He's an innovator. Seeing the kind of things he can do with the tools that we put in the game, it makes us happy to be like, oh wow, this guy can do that? Okay, that's cool.
Please join me in welcoming your finalists for the 2016 League of Legends World Championship!
Damn, the baby goat 80 carry ruler. Look at him.
Wave kills him. It's a double kill for Ruler.
Is keeping sight on two.
For Faker. Faker down. They've got a big minion.
그 당시에 정글러를 가장 잘 쓰는 미드가 페이커 선수가 아니었을까. 뱅기 선수를 페이커의 그림자라고 그냥 표현을 많이 했었거든요. 그만큼 그냥 뭐만 하면은 뒤에 있는 것 같고 실제로 한번 공격적으로 들어가 보면 항상 뱅기 선수.
Bengi was clutch, bro. Bengi was really clutch. He played well in the games where you needed him to play well, and I think that's like the most important part for a jungler, bro. Junglers are going to be hit or miss. Like, there's no jungler who's considered ultra consistent. Think about every jungler that is like good. Think about like Canyon, one of the most consistent junglers. Like, there's been times where people just disrespect him, or like he's had like really bad series and moments that matter a lot. You think about almost every jungler, they're inconsistent. So like, so the best thing possible for a jungler is like when you fucking have those peak performances in the games that matter most.
Faker uses his third summoner spell, Bengi, to get revenge.
게임을 하면서 정말 이 페이커 선수를 잡기도 되게 힘들었고 무난하게 가면은 또 페이커 선수가 캐리를 할 것만 같고 그런 게 좀 되게 많이 무서웠고 정말 벽같이 느껴졌습니다.
If you make one mistake, then they will take that mistake and find a way to take the game away from you.
So much trouble. every challenge. They are the undisputed best team in the world. So much trouble.
Bro, Lil Bro won a world championship with Duke, Bang, Wolf, and Blank playing at times. Nah, he has to be the GOAT based off this only. I'm like half joking, but like it's kind of low-key true.
SK Telecom have overcome every challenge. They are the undisputed best team in the world. The SKT reign continues. They win their third world championship.
This era of Faker felt truly unstoppable.
Yep. Damn. Resilience.
그러니까 어떤 뜻인지는 알 것 같아요. 상혁이가 이제 게임을 하기 위해 태어난 로봇이다라는 말을 어떤 의미인지는 알 것 같거든요. 저는 오히려 프로게임을 했던 사람으로서 되게 칭찬에 가깝다고 생각을 하는데 제가 옆에서 본 상혁이는 일단 절대 그런 건 아니에요.
이제 SKT가 당시에 월즈를 계속 우승을 했어요. 그래서 어떻게 보면 이 팀이 월즈를 우승하는 거 좀 당연하다라고 느껴질 만큼 정말 압도적인 포스를 보여주고 있었는데요.
I mean, I thought they were going to win in season 7 as well. Like season 7, I was like, yeah, I mean, the team's sketchy, whatever. They ended up winning in semifinals. I thought they were going to get it together and win in finals again. I don't know. They were just so fucking good.
당시에 시청을 시작한 입장으로서는 너무 당연한 느낌으로 이 팀이 또 해주겠지.
I came halfway through 2017, which was, SKT continuing to be dominant, but, some upstart teams making their way through. And right at the end of my very first year, that was when Faker's downfall started.
All right, Atlas, you motherfucker. So it was your fault. All right, bro. All right, it was your fault. Now we know. Thanks, bro.
He backs up. Mid lane priority right now. I want to see Vision because I don't think Sam Sagal can see much of that SPT River up there. But they can always pressure mid. Looking at it now is Vision.
그때 딱 각이 보였습니다. 그래서 앞으로 나아갔습니다.
See the flash hold left. They've caught Faker. They've got the CC. The mid laner is down. The unkillable Demon King has done through. The SKT dynasty is over. All hail the new kings.
You know what pissed me off so much, bro? Like, this was such a justified react. Like, he was so fucking good. The fact that they lost this. Like, in this moment, he probably thought, I might never win again, bro. I might never win another world championship. That might be it. This is like my time. I'm playing, like, insane. And a team just beat me. And you know what pissed me off so much? It's seeing these little rats from, like, mainstream media and stuff. Because this was a huge event. This is when, like, League was peaking. Dude, the commentators were like, why would you cry over a video game? I wanted to fucking in-game all of them. Like, it was so insane to me that people couldn't understand, like, this level of passion for something and this, like, how much he put into this. That shit fucking triggered me, bro.
근데 상영이가 우는 모습을 본 거는 처음이었던 것 같긴 해요. 근데 저 때 제가 바로 옆에 있었는데 그냥 우는 게 아니었어요. 진짜 거의 약간 목 놓아 운다고 해야 되나? 같은 팀 동료가 그렇게 슬퍼하는 모습을 또 보니까 마음이 많이 안 좋았죠. 네.
But Reckless wasn't crying though. Like you realize that Reckless did this at the same tournament. Reckless was just factually not crying, and he refused to stand up and bow with his team. And it was also in a fucking series where they were like 1% chance to win. Like there's like, come on, like let's be more realistic about the situations you're in. That obviously impacts as a player your reaction to it. It'd be very weird if like when you have like a match that's like 1%. It's like you play a 1% match until like the best team in the tournament, and then you lose it if you just like break down at that moment. Like that's like a very normal expected loss.
저도 울었죠. 이제 자식이 오는데 뭐 안 울고 어떻겠어요.
Faker V2 says, "True, bro. You are so right and smart. Thank you, bro. I know.
그때 당시에 이제 정말 선수들이 어떻게 보면은 계속 강행군을 해왔었고 제 개인적인 생각으로 너무 힘들었을 거라고 저는 생각해요. 왜냐면은 저도 너무 힘들었었고요. 그때 당시에 이제 우리 T1의 기대치는 기본이 우승이었었고 예를 들어 또 승리를 했다 하더라도 이렇게 왜 못 이겼냐. 네, 그런 얘기가 나오던 팀이어서
That's crazy expectation. It's so true though.
심리적으로 선수들은 말도 안 되게 힘들었을 거라고 생각해요.
그러면 17년도 그 준우승하고 나서 한 2, 3년 성혁이가 좀 많이 좀
Bro, this guy made a goat from his ball sack. This guy is a goat, bro. This guy is the real goat. He has goat DNA.
힘들어했던 걸로 저는 기억을 하고 있습니다.
Everyone at the Nexon Arena and you in the chat were there when the dream died for SK Telecom T1 and the career curse when it comes to SKT making it to a domestic world championship does extend from 2014 to 2018.
18년도 때는 아마 그때 좀 멤버들도 많이 나가고 또 바뀌고 해가지고
Bro, they had so many bad players though. Like if you look at like they had so many players that were like on the team and then they just did nothing. You thought they might be good, and then they were just done afterwards. Like I was watching something. I mean, like Effort was on this team in 2019. He was one of the better ones. Like you had like Roach, who I never thought was that good. Who else? You had what was the jungler's name that they had? Hold on, what was the jungler's name they had? There was a jungler who was getting hype in 2017, 2018, and he was just not it. Who was it? I'm trying to remember. Like, I'm not seeing it on the... I'll find it. I'm finding him. I'm looking. Wasn't Moment, I'm not looking at that. Hodgin, blah, 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 blah. There was some jungler, I'm trying to remember the name. Fuck, bro, where is it? It's not Tom. Maybe it could be one of these people that's name changed. Tara Wolf. No, it's not Flame. Easy Hoon. No. Tom. Fuck, bro. I gotta find it.
또 새로운 멤버들이랑 같이 하게 됐는데 그때 이제 좀 경기력도 팀적으로 되게 안 좋고
Blossom, bro. It was Blossom. I thought Blossom was gonna be insane, and then he wasn't. Why is he not on their previous player thing? He must have changed his name. Maybe he changed his name, and that's why.
뭔가 계속해서 노력을 해도 뭔가 이기가 너무 어렵다 이렇게 생각을 많이 했어가지고 되게 어떻게 해야 될지 좀 답답하고 그런 연도였던 것 같아요.
BL has never won before, but that will change today. The crownless are finally king.
The T1 dynasty was probably for the first time, one of the only times, really out of the picture. They just weren't the first team that you brought up. They weren't the first team that you talked about.
This is it! The greatest team in the history of League of Legends, taken down by the greatest team Europe has ever produced!
He was just the mid laner, the guy to beat. I also had been
watching. And he did it, bro. And Caps actually did it.
Watching him for so many years, so to come out on top there, I mean, we were just overjoyed.
Crazy.
Will be making it to the World Championship of 2020. T1, we will not be seeing them at Worlds.
페이커는 저가는 해라는 평가가 들리기도 했고요. 에이징 커브, 단순 슬럼프가 아니다.
So we're looking at these new players, and Chovy comes in with his 150 KDA, and then Showmaker comes through with all of his ridiculous plays.
Damn old legends and old legacies. Goodbye, Faker. Goodbye, T1. Hello, Damwon and Showmaker.
정말 영광이었고 이제 모든 프로게이머들의 우상이 되시는 분인데 이제 그런 프로게이머랑 제가 비교된다는 것 자체가 되게 영광이었고
거기서 경기가 다 끝나고
You was better for a while there, bro.
이제 저한테 먼저 다가와서
150. Yeah, it was 150 KDA. It was like in the beginning of the season. That was when Griffin was super dominant. But yeah.
수고하셨습니다. 네, 이런 얘기를 했던 게 기억에 남는데 이 부분은 뭐라고 좀 표현할 수 없는 부분의 감정인 것 같아요. 네.
And it has to be bittersweet for Coma. Taking out a former comrade.
페이커 선수는 되게 불편한 위치에 있어요. 게임만 잘하면 안 돼요. 게임도 잘해야 돼요. 팀도 이끌어야 되는데 상징성이 있어요. 흔들려서도 안 돼요. 그리고 못해서도 안 돼요. 계속 11년 지금 데뷔 이후인데도 듣기만 해도 불편하지 않아요.
I mean, it's like he's the most famous player, so he gets. I don't know if I 100% agree with that, bro, because it feels like he gets a lot of leeway when he has bad performances. Like this most recent MSI, it feels like he's the only player in the world that will like play a bad tournament, and if you say like it'll be that it's just a bad tournament, you'll get that level of like people will come after you for that shit.
21년도 때는 저는 이제 좀 되게 자기 주장도
I think
강해.
it goes both ways. I'd assume that just because he's the most popular, he's the most criticized, and he's also just like the most like he gets the most leeway from his fans.
저의 자아도 되게 강했기 때문에 제가 했던 그런 경험들에 비춰서 좀 뭔가 다음 행동을 결정했다면 지금은 좀 더 그런 지난 저의 경험들을 좀 더 객관적으로 많이 바라보고 또 타인의 그런 관점도 많이 받아들이고 또 수용하면서 더 많이 성숙해질 수 있었다고 생각합니다.
다른 기회를 만들어내고 또다시 우승하고 그런 것들이 인간으로서도 되게 대단한 일인 것 같아요.
인내력이라고 하면 되게 뭔가 버티고 견뎌내는 그런 뜻이잖아요. 저는 사실 그것보다는 그냥 되게 힘든 일이나 역경이 있을 때 그거를 이겨내려고 하는 것보다 잘 받아들이고 그 속에서 배울 점들을 배우고 파도 타듯이 잘 이겨내는 게 중요한 것 같습니다.
Damn. Don't fight against the current. If you fight against the current, you'll tire out and die. Move with the current until you're out of it. Faker 2024.
상익이 형이 11년 동안 많은 멤버들과 시간을 보내왔었는데 저희 제오페국회가 최고 아닐까요?
2022년 제우스가 합류하면서 제우스 오너, 페이커, 구마요시, 캐리아 일명 제오페 국회가 드디어 완성됩니다. 제오페 국회. 그리고 그들이 바로 이를 냅니다. 전승 우승.
This team is working like a well-oiled
Zeopegoke
machine. 18-0 for the first time in the LCK. Unprecedented from this T1 roster. T1 are your spring 2022 victors.
I would say the number one thing that Faker probably got from all these rookies joining is an energy boost. You know, when you're sitting there and you have these bubbly personalities, maybe it fueled him a bit, maybe it gave him a second win.
동생들이잖아. 다 나이 차이가 좀 있는데 상혁이가 또 형으로서 또 해야 될 일을 자기 스스로가 좀 알지 않았나 그런 생각이 들어요.
보통 좀 긴장을 하고 있으면은 상익이 형이 그런 말들을 좀 해주는 것 같거든요. 뭐 긴장하지 마라. 어차피 뭐 똑같은 경기다. 그냥 뭐 스크림 때처럼만 하자. 상익이 형이 하는 말이라서 좀 더 도움이 되고 의미가 되는 경우가 있었던 것 같습니다.
Would you be nervous as shit if you were playing with Faker? Wouldn't his presence make you just more nervous? Like, bro, I better not fuck this up for him. This guy is the fucking GOAT.
One more time, San Francisco, it's DRX and T1!
How the fuck did DRX win this, bro? It's impossible. It's so impossible DRX won this.
Leeson around means no attempt at a smite steal.
Oh! the Baron, still at 3,000 HP. Definitely gonna go. No way in the world. B1 are unmatchable. I cannot believe it. Hostile takeover over the wall. Wish from Soraka.
Yeah, this is one of the biggest chokes in modern. I mean, the thing is, you look at this and you're like, these players are not that much different now than they are back then, or than they were back then. Like, Kingen is still Kingen. Like, they're such flawed players, and DRX was able to win a world championship. It makes no sense. This is like the craziest upset I think we've ever had in League of Legends, like high tier League of Legends history. Like, we've had bigger upsets with, like, I guess, like G2 beating RNG and stuff like that. But in terms of this type of stuff, this is fucking crazy.
Peel the mid laner, but Maokai, DRX are taking us to game 5.
나도 온다. 집 끊어줘. 집만 끊어줘. 우리 이거 20초만 돼. 20초만 벌어줘. 20초. 난 죽었어. 이거 못 끊어. 해보자. 해볼게. 아직 도착한다. 아직 도착했어. 잡아야지. 근데 뒤에 다 와. 나 터졌다.
Bro, Faker's builds in these games were horrible. Like, do you remember what Faker's build was? This was like Crown Zanya's Lichbane. Like, do you remember what the build was in this game? This was crazy, bro. Faker game 5 versus DRX. Let's see.
You really want to give Kubayushi hero. Houston owner here. Up with the poke.
Look at this build, bro. Look at this build. Oh wait, this is not the one where he went this is not the one where he went where he went Crown. So I guess he didn't go Crown in this one, but it's like Luden's Zanya's Lichbane Void. Then I think it was game 1. Was game 1 the game where he went? Maybe game 2.
Israel, we've seen it
game
before.
2?
With different AD carries, the various in
here if they think
yeah, this is the one.
DRX can't.
Like his builds all series were so weird. Here's the Crown Lichbane Zanya's game. Like, come on, bro. This is crazy.
까비다 얘들아 잘했어. 고생했다. 얘들아 다 와. 나 터졌다. 까비다 얘들아 잘했어. 고생했다.
Man, what a leader, bro. You know how hard it is to say these words in this moment? You know how hard it must be to, like, lose and say this?
민석이 오는 거 보고 상혁이 생각을 먼저 했어요. 솔직히 17년도에 상혁이 모습하고 거의 똑같아가지고 절실했었구나 하는 거야.
저희는 다 그때 결승을 처음 간 멤버들이었는데 상혁이 형은 본인 우승도 해봤고 결승도 좀 많이 가봤어서 다른 멤버들의 아쉬움이 좀 더 할 수 있지 않을까 라는 심정으로 다른 멤버들을 먼저 확인했던 것 같습니다.
Damn, that's so hard to do, bro. That's so hard to do. Yeah, he's just fucking a different human being.
그냥 이제 좀 다른 선수들이 좀 괜찮은지 좀 봤던 것 같고 또 어쨌든 결승전에서 지는 거는 되게 많이 아쉬운 거니까 뭐 그렇긴 한데 저는 이제 어쨌든 또 다음 내년도 있고 그런 생각을 많이 했어가지고 좀 다른 선수들 챙기려고 했던 것 같습니다. 2023년도 서머 때부터 뭔가 되게 팔 쪽이 저리고 좀 무감각한 게 있어가지고 그래서 좀 이제 지켜보면서 경기를 했는데 점점 좀 악화가 되니까 결국에는 이제 월드를 위해서 저는 좀 휴식을 팀이랑 상의해서
I've seen a lot of players actually have this, but instead of their hand, they have it in their brain in LCS and LEC. It's unfortunate. I don't know what it is.
결정했던 것 같고요.
Faker did get injured. They are on a 4-loss streak.
단 한 명 페이커가 없는 건데 페이커가 무슨 다른 일도 아니라 계속된 선수 생활로 인한 그 무리한 손목 사용으로 잠시 치료를 받고 있을 뿐인데 이렇게까지 팀이 달라지나? T1이 아니었어.
One asshole, yeah, and it's Faker V2's fault, bro. if that guy was coaching me playing fucking Bangarang in my ear every single time I made any type of play ever during scrims, like, yeah, I would have it as well.
좋습니다.
일단은 그 당시에는 제가 할 수 있는 거는 뭐 부상에 대해서 막 그렇게 안 좋게 생각하는 것보다는 좀 좋게 생각하려고 했고, 저는 뭐 제가 복귀하면은 뭐 이제는 갈 수 있다 이런 생각이었고.
After 31 days of being out, Faker makes his return to the LCK.
This is actually the miracle run.
And Guma's also there.
상혁이 형이 돌아오고 난 뒤에 그냥 뭐 오늘부터 우리 이긴다 뭐 그런 이야기를 하면서 다 같이 웃었던 것 같습니다.
T1 qualify for the World Championship.
요새 이상혁 선수를 보면 굉장히 좀 형 같은 느낌이 많이 들거든요. 그래서 팀의 리더 역할 그리고 중심 역할을 하다 보니까 개인의 성장에서도 그런 분위기가 정말 제가 봐도 좀 형 같다 이런 분위기가 많이 느껴지는 것 같습니다.
또 이렇게 힘든 시기가 있었기 때문에 또 우리가 더 성장할 수 있었지 않았을까 그렇게 좀 감사하게 생각했던 것 같아요.
Dude, how are you the GOAT of the game? You've been like competitive playing in like the highest level competitions for that amount of time, and you still have this mentality of like, yeah, we just need to improve more. It's so inconceivable. Bro, I'm like 33 years old. I fucking hit challenge. I'm like, I might be the GOAT. It's probably time to quit. I probably did everything I could in this game.
Back in 2013 is really where we witnessed the beginning of the legacy that Faker was about to build, even though we did not know that it was unfolding right before our eyes. By the time we arrived in 2023, Faker has already become an absolute legend, an icon. He's proven anything and everything that he needs to prove. But there was that lingering question if he was ever going to win a world championship again. And the biggest chance offered itself up. The world championship was being held in South Korea, something Faker had never been able to qualify before. This time, he made it.
Damn. All right, we'll continue this in between games. We'll do it in between games.
I think there was so much pressure on him to be able to succeed and on the Korean teams to be able to succeed this year. JDG on their way to the Golden Road, they had one spring, they had one MSI, they had one summer, and they were coming into Worlds as the heavy favorites.
True.
T1 also lost to both LPL representatives at MSI, they lost to Gen.G in summer. People just didn't think they could do it. But lo and behold, when quarterfinals came around, all of a sudden T1 is the lone representative alive from the LCK.
For T1, the task ahead of them is absolutely monumental. Only LPL team starting with LNG today. And if you get through that, well, then you get to play JDG. So it's just insane.
뭐 쉽지는
If you get through that, you get the final boss Weibo, the most fraudulent team in the history. Like, it is the most fraudulent World Finals appearance of all time, bro. What the fuck? What's the score? It's 1-1, Gilius. Bro, LCS is such a banger, Gilius. It's such a banger. It's so much better than LEC now. It's so crazy.
나을 거다라고 생각을 했고, 그래도 저희가 연습 되게 열심히 하고 이제 점점 월즈를 통해서 저희가 경기력이 성장하는 게 많이 보였기 때문에 할 수 있겠다 이렇게 생각했던 것 같습니다.
Squaring up with the big old goal here.
Tarzan is so disgusting. They should have shown the beginning of this.
Flash in, wall bang, first blood! Owner living up to his name! Counter punch coming in from Guma, using the ult to stop the play, and it's Trax. Gala continuing to step up. Desperate to get a little bit more here, but has to be careful. The mark now coming through. Bar is good damage. Guma wants to finish it, and he gets it! And even
Guma Varus is crazy. It's his best champ, I think.
as every other LCK team falls away, Faker stays standing. T1 stays standing. The last light of the LCK burns bright as they head to the semifinals. For the next 2 minutes and 20 seconds, it's JDG who are favored. Not quite enough members in the mid lane.
It's crazy. Like, people forget how this series looked, bro. It's like T1 won game 1, then JDG had a commanding game 2, and then game 3, like JDG, they were up 3k gold. Owner made the big play on Drake, and then JDG won another fight, got Baron, and we're up like 4k and looking to end. Like, this was not an easy game for T1. This Faker play changed everything. T1 just need. Even game 4, JDG had a big lead in game 4, and then Kanavi ran it down, and that was the series, bro. This was a close fucking series. This was a good series. I wish there was double elim and we could see it twice.
To weather the storm.
네, 딱 각이 보였습니다. 그래서 앞으로 나아갔습니다.
Wait, you think he said that, or like they told him to say that? They probably scripted that one in, right? That was a little too perfect. I saw the angle, and I took it. I don't need a protractor. I am the angles. Just some shit like that.
Flank. There's on the side. TP coming in. Faker looking to make the flank against Ruler. Oh,
Dude, Ruler actually has a problem though, bro. Ruler has a problem. He can't flash a zero. He like in LPL he has this problem. He keeps on doing this.
And again, the combos are clean. The hostile takeover is damn well hostile.
We get goosebumps watching League of Legends plays. I think Fake is responsible for like 8 out of the top 10, and that's pretty close to the top for me.
It is T1
Yeah. That's one of the biggest plays of all time.
versus the LPL, and they like those odds.
This World Finals is so... This wasn't the real final. This is the problem with this format is like... This just what like JDG versus T1 was the real finals. Like imagine if that play happened. It was already an insane play. Imagine if that play happened in the World Finals, right? Like it would have been even that much more hype. The fact that you get the semifinals in that portion of the tournament, I just don't think it's actually good.
Ready for the finals!
Flashes in, he finds himself the charm on the fours. There is the ultimate from the Shy, but it just doesn't quite do enough. They try and get out, but Faker has the perfect execution and locks down his fellow ninja. Xiaohu now taking a whole lot of damage, and Faker is in the shroud. He's toying with him. It's a double kill as he backflips away.
Owner was crazy at Worlds, bro. Owner was so good.
And again, it's a triple. It was 7 years since their last, a decade since their first ESKT legacy has been
It's actually just too good of a story.
reignited. T1 will be your 2023 world champions.
There we go. I got in on it. Why did one of you what face of that? That's my face, motherfucker. Fuck you.
중국의 모 매체는 봉준호, BTS, 김연아, 손흥민 그리고 페이커를 5대 국보라고 했고 미국의 모 스포츠 매체에서는 손흥민, BTS, 봉준호 그리고 페이커.
Wait, is that actually true? Is Faker a top 5 Korean of all time? Is he just like a GOAT Korean? I don't know anything about Korean history. Is he actually just like top 5 GOAT Korean? Respect.
를 엘리트 4라고 했습니다. 그는 이미 어떤 종목
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. I didn't know you could beat like, damn, bro. Respect.
어떤 스포츠란 장르에 머무른 그런 선수가 아닙니다.
I didn't know you could do that with video games. I had no idea.
Looking back, I think League of Legends, Esports, and Faker, they needed each other in a way, you know? There was a platform given by League of Legends going professional and having all these leagues, and then there was one person who stood up and said, I will be that icon for you.
Every single person who wants to be great at something isn't reading a book about a fictional character. They're looking up to an actual human being. That is the reason that so many people play, because of this single human being.
He's just the final boss of League of Legends.
Faker 选手是英雄联盟最高的山以及最长的河。
He's the longest river, the highest mountain. Bro, this guy he's the guy for the dramatic quotes. Whenever they need something dramatic, they go to this guy. Like, you have the ambition evolve in front. He's like, for a split second, he evolved in front of him.
他拥有着像珠穆朗玛峰
He possesses a glory akin to Mount Everest. God damn, bro. Like this guy, dude, I need this dude to glaze me up. Like if I can hire this dude to like talk about my stream, like holy shit, I'm popping off.
一般的荣耀，在荣耀方面，可能其他选手难以企及。而我做英雄联盟解说10余有年，蓦然回首，我发现 Faker 的职业生涯甚至比我还要长，而且他一直没有停止前进。
상규 형의 길을 좀 많이 따라가고 싶네요. 그래서 언젠간 바로 옆은 아니더라도 좀 뭔가 상규 형의 뒤에 있는 그런 선수가 되었으면 좋겠습니다.
오르막길 있으면 내리막길도 있고 그러니까 이제 그 내리막길이 있고 나서 다시 계속 열심히 포기하지 않고 연습하신 게 되게 대단하다고 생각합니다.
저도 이제 경력이 되게 오래됐는데 오래 하면서도 뭔가 오래 하면 할수록 힘든 부분이 더 많은 것 같다고 생각이 드는데
Yeah, you got one right now. It's called Pioshik.
페이커 선수는 저보다 더 오래된 선수잖아요. 그런 부분에서 되게 대단하다고 느끼고 있고 언제든 이제 노력하면은 정상 자리에 설 수 있구나라는 걸 되게 많이 생각했고 많이 자극받았던 것 같습니다.
也对我们职业选手起了一个很好的榜样。这年的坚持对我们这些老将，说实话也算一道激励。
Mình không thể tưởng tượng một ngày.
Damn, bro. GA in the top esports clothing because he's a positional coach for Cream now.
Nào đó mà khi mà người ta nhắc đến Liên minh người ta không còn nhắc đến Faker nữa sẽ
Okay,
như
we finish after.
nào. Mình nghĩ đấy là những cái thứ mà mọi người có thể tưởng tượng và kiểu sẽ rất là khó hình dung ra được một ngày đó sẽ đến. Nó giống như kiểu một ngày mà mọi người không ai mong chờ đến vậy.
그냥 미스터 LOL이잖아요. 그냥 그렇잖아요. 써 LOL 이렇게 해야 되나?
Sir, LOL be more.
Brandon and I, as
Mr. LOL sounds better to me.
PC gamers, always looked up to games that were truly sports that we love to watch and that other people love to really compete
Bro,
with.
you unblock me on Twitter already, Mark? Like, stop holding the grudge. Marky Mark, bro. Mark Merrill. Let me see. Mark Merrill, Twitter. Come on, bro. Come on. It's been like almost 5 years. Come on, Marky.
The thought of being able to create something that would earn the
This dude actually is gigabase. He just flamed me. He called me poor. Like, he's just like, the only reason you have a career is because of me. And then he just blocked me for 5 years. Like, goddamn.
fandom and sort of opportunity to be an esport was a true dream. And Faker is the face of the sport. He is the ultimate personification of the things that make League great.
저는 페이커 선수를 한 단어로 얘기하자면 소나무라고 얘기할 수 있을 것 같아요.
Wait, what? All right, I need to follow him through this. If I were to describe Faker in one word, it would be a pine tree. That's 3 words.
페이커 선수를 한
Bro, if I were to describe Faker in one word, it would be the greatest of all time. Like, that's what I would describe him as. Be the greatest League of Legends player. If I could just choose one word, the greatest League of Legends player in the history of this goddamn video game. That's what I would say.
한 단어로 얘기하자면 소나무라고 얘기할 수 있을 것 같아요. 좀 진부할 수 있지만 비가 와도 눈이 와도 시간이 가도 뭐 어떤 힘든 일이 있어도 늘 푸르다. 이게 상혁 선수 페이커인 것 같습니다.
Just the impact I think that he's had on this game, on this sport, it is unlike anything that esports broadly has ever seen. And so, you know, we are incredibly grateful for his contribution and what he has done and how he's carried this game to new heights. So congratulations, Faker, on this very deserved honor.
전설의 전당 첫 번째 헌액자 페이커 이상혁 선수 헌액 진심으로 축하합니다.
Bro, you think I speak Korean? Why are people telling me, are you dumb? It's one word in Korean. You think I speak Korean, bro? I'm making a fucking joke.
여기서 만족할
Relax, you little bitches.
사람이 아니란 걸 또 알기 때문에 올해도 그리고 앞으로도 같이 화이팅 했으면 좋겠고
전설의 전당 첫 헌액자라고 들었는데 이제 앞으로도 이제 있을 다른 전설들 이전에 이제 맨 처음에 이상형이 있었다. 좀 이렇게 되는 게 되게 부럽네. 나도 더 했으면 더 됐을라나?
일단 상혁이 전설의 전당에 처음으로 헌액된 거를 너무 축하하고 너무나도 당연한 일이라고 생각하지만
당연히 초대 헌액이 되어야 하는 선수라고 생각하고 그리고 앞으로도 정말 많은 또 전설들을 써내려갈 거라고 생각을 하고 이 자리가 정말 걸맞다고 생각을 해서 정말 축하한다는 얘기를 해주고 싶고 더 앞으로도 한 짧게 7, 8년 정도만 더 해먹었으면 좋겠다는 얘기를 하고 싶습니다.
상혁이 형 진심으로 축하하고 이제 사실 뭐 초대로 이렇게
Well, I think it depends on the like. I think there's a whole argument to be had of like how should you do a Hall of Fame, because I think that like in most sports the way you do a Hall of Fame is like once a player retires, that's when you induct them into the Hall of Fame, and it doesn't necessarily matter like who's the first person like inducted. It's more just about like the great players get in like kind of the order that they retire. So I think there's an argument that you don't start with Faker as in like a Hall of Fame. Like for me, I don't really care. I mean, like obviously the whole point of this is because they want to sell that skin.
오르는 게 당연하다 생각하고 페이커라는 선수가 그래서 앞으로도 오랫동안 좋은 모습 보여주면서 팬분들에게 큰 기쁨을 선사하면서 활동했으면 좋겠고
상혁아 그동안 진짜 너무 멋있었고 앞으로도 멋있었으면 좋겠다. 전설의 전당 너무 축하한다. 다음에는 내가 갈 수 있을까?
앞으로도 많은 분들께 좋은 영향력을 끼쳐준 만큼 본인 스스로도 행복하고 또 건강하고 그런 삶을 살았으면 좋겠습니다. 축하드립니다.
아들 아무튼. I mean, I think that you can definitely look for like. I think there's a bunch of names you could start with. Like, for example, players that you could potentially start with for a Hall of Fame could be like Peke or like or Shushe or somebody like that. Even if they're not like the greatest players, like people that won the first season of League of Legends, like won the world championship in the first season. I think that would be a pretty interesting way to do it. Recognize some of the players that were like great that are kind of forgotten, but people remember as being superstars. You could do like you know, like I don't know, like kind of in order of like when they popped off by seasons.
축하하고 또 이게 또
Bro, you know what would work for the game? They should induct Lil Balls first. Lil Balls, the first fucking induction or inductee into the Hall of Fame.
가 또 무거운 일이 생겼네 하면 또 첫 번째라는 거는 원래 어깨가 무거운 건데 또 너를 또 응원해주는 여러 사람들이 있다는 걸 알고 더 열심히 뭐 해서 꼭 갚았으면 좋겠다는 생각이 드네. 아무튼 축하해.
전설의 전당에 이렇게 1회에 올라갈 수 있는 선수는 또 상혁이 밖에 없다고 생각합니다. 근데 이렇게 또 없다고 표현할 정도로 나올 선수면 정말 그 긴 기간 동안 얼마나 힘들었을까라는 또 생각이 드니까 한편으로는 정말 짠하기도 하고, 하지만 그런 걸 다 극복해내고 견뎌내고 이렇게 해왔기 때문에 페이커라고 생각이 듭니다. 진심으로 다시 한번 축하합니다.
Holy.
이번에 전설의 전당 초대 헌액자가 된 기념으로 많은 분들이 이렇게 축하의 말씀 주셨는데 정말 감사하고 감동적인 것 같고요. 제가 이 자리에 또 오기까지 많은 팬분들의 응원과 지지가 있었고, 그리고 많은 팀원들의 지지가 있었기 때문에 제가 이렇게 올 수 있었던 것 같아서 전설의 전당 헌액보다 많은 분들의 응원 그리고 감사가 저에게 더 가치 있는 것 같고요. 앞으로도 저를 뛰어넘는 선수들이 많이 나와서 전설의 전당에 꽉 찼으면 좋겠고, 앞으로도 열심히 하겠습니다.
It's so crazy. We're watching Impact win series like in NA, and he's there, bro. He's like the only person that like has that level of longevity. Not at the same level as Faker, but like he's been playing that long, and even though he came to NA, like he still plays at a top level in our region. The Mercedes-Benz Hall of Legends. I like how it's just like they just get the car randomly.
The undisputed best team in the world. Shockwave will find them all. General Demon King rebuilt his throne with the skulls of his enemies. Form is temporary. Faker is forever.
Hey.
전설이 되기 위해 필요한 건 무엇일까요?
What's next? Wait, is that Faker's signature? Ain't no way. Wait, is that Faker's signature or what is that? Or does that say something else? Ain't no way that wait, what is this? Somebody tell me. It is? Does that say Faker? Bro, I can't make out. I can see like an FA. Is that like the K kinda? I can't make it out. We're gonna have to workshop that a little. Just sign it, GOAT. Then the first thing it links to, Trial of the Demon King, Immortalized Legend RE Skin Trailer. Legends. Legacy of the Demon King, Hall of Legends event trailer. Kind of wish it wasn't about the skin. Kind of wish it wasn't about the skin and it was more about him. I think that like the selling of the skin being like using this is, I don't know, just makes it feel less authentic, to be honest.